This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Bwaaa!
Bwaaa tries to fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. That drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares, but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go!
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Bwaaa, King of the Hill podcast. I am Mike.
And I'm Rusty.
Rusty, it's Friday.
It is. That ain't right.
No, you got it. You got it. All right, so we're going to start this one off. We have a rebuttal email return from last Friday. Last Friday we talked about a couple of emails that came in, and this one is a rebuttal. So this is from Trey. I think we questioned a phrase he used, which he called it "crazy eyes era." Remember, he was talking about
the way the eyes looked or something like that.
Well, no, he's talking about nowadays and the crazy eyes era is the way he referred to it, and he didn't really explain it that well. So what he did is he answered here and explained it. He says, "Your question about what I meant when I called the post-digital age of King of the Hill the crazy eyes era."
Yeah.
I call it that because there's a visible difference when you watch King of the Hill from start to finish. Initially, the faces on the King of the Hill, when it first started, the faces had similar features, which is understandable due to the humble quality of U.S. animation at the time. And as the show found its footing and grew in budget, their faces looked more palpable and expressive. However, past the digital age, when the warm tones were replaced with higher contrast, I noticed the faces on King of the Hill took on a goofy quality, and most every time I look at a still image during that era, everyone's eyes look like they have malicious intent or they're desperate to say and do something stupid, which feels in contrast to how the characters used to look, which felt in service to the subtle, dry humor at the show built its identity on. Okay, that is not at all what I thought he meant originally. I thought he was referring to the era of time we live in now. Trey, I'm sorry. I did not take it that way.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way either. I had no clue what you're talking about, but you're talking about the quality of U.S. animation. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down and go ahead and give you a rundown of actually how a lot of this stuff is animated and stuff because
you do a show about animation.
I do a show about animation. And in doing that show about animation and doing this show, which is a show about an animated TV show, I've learned that a lot of animation that you watch on television is actually animated in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically King of the Hill, specifically anything with Nickelodeon back in the day. They were all pretty much exclusive going to Korea. Well, at the time when they're doing all these hand drawings, but what they have to do is they have to send boxes, thousands and thousands of drawings in boxes to Korea.
Yeah.
Whenever they're done with it, they send you back a VHS tape. You put in your VHS tape, you watch it. If it ain't right, you got to go back, do another 1,000 drawings to fix the error that you didn't like, resend it back to Korea. So, and that's nothing to do with budget. So when you talk about budgetary things, these things are all built into whatever the budget was for the show. The animation and stuff like that it was just the way it was. And if you look at a lot of animation from this era, you had a lot of those issues before they went digital. And when everybody's face, look different. So they might look a little different digitally and maybe not as warm digitally because they're not hand drawn. That might be where the difference is. But
you can definitely tell a cartoon that at a certain time, you can definitely tell the difference in animation.
Well, let you know,
like
this was hand drawn for a very long time before they switched to digital.
Yeah,
it was hand drawn for at least, I actually had the original number. If you listen to one of our older episodes, the actual number's there. So I'm not gonna lie and give you a fake figure, but I would say somewhere between like 7 and 10 seasons were actually all hand drawn out of the 13. So most of the show was done by hand. Period.
Yeah.
So I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I do too.
To an extent, but
I'm glad you sent us that email because
I'm glad you cleared it up for us.
Yeah, that
a little
explains
bit.
that thing.
But it's good to know that when you talk about the humble quality of U.S. animation is only U.S. in the fact that it's the artists that are drawing it, but it actually gets animated somewhere else. They actually do all the animation in Korea.
All right, second part of this show for you guys today. I have really come to where Cracked magazine. Did you ever get Cracked magazine when you were a kid?
No, I never got Cracked.
You get Mad?
I got Mad. Mad was one of those things where my mom, we'd go to the grocery store or whatever, and it was, a weekly thing. If it's one I didn't have yet, if I didn't get it that month or whatever, I would get it. But it was like a HEB while she was checking out. I would always hit the magazine rack because I was a reader as a kid.
Sure.
So I would always try to go get a magazine or, whatever weird ass book they have at the register or whatever.
Yeah. And, Weekly World News, something like that.
Yeah, whatever. Just anything I could read. And that was the one I liked a lot was
I don't
Mad.
know if they still put out the magazine.
Alfred Newman.
I do know that cracked.com, though, has become like this BuzzFeed type
thing
area. Where they put up all these different stories. And they do a lot of King of the Hill stories. This story is 16 Hall of Fame jokes from King of the Hill. And I'm only going to do a couple of these because it's a Friday episode. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
We'll keep going back to this well. So number 16 is Hank accidentally smokes weed. It says when Hank unintentionally.
What's the premise again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It is 16 Hall of Fame jokes from King of the Hill.
Oh, I got you. Good 16 jokes.
Right. This 16th is Hank accidentally smokes weed. When Hank unintentionally smokes a blunt instead of a cigarette, his straight-laced nature causes him to freak out more than marijuana could ever make him.
Is $300 too much for a Hot Wheels VW Purple Evil Weevil?
Yeah, I could use one too.
Damn! The eBay auction closed. I lost my Weevil.
So Hank's trying to smoke a
Dang
cigarette.
it. Can I get a light off yours? Huh, that's a funny looking cigarette. You roll it yourself?
Yeah.
You got a weak flame on this thing.
Oh, Hank. Come on, Hank.
This isn't one of them clove cigarettes, is it?
No, man. That's the Chronic from Mexico.
Yeah, damn NAFTA. It's clearly an inferior tobacco.
So he smokes the joint.
Yeah.
And I don't know the concept of this. I don't remember the concept of like where he's at and what he's doing because this is a few.
He's at the apartment complex. He's at the apartment complex for Debbie.
Buck sleeping with. No, not
Oh, gotcha.
Debbie.
Okay.
She's
What
played
did
by
Debbie?
Reese Witherspoon. I don't remember her name.
I gotcha.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he's at her place because Buck's living there because Mrs. Strickland
Is
kicked
this
Buck out.
is this her
It's
is
her
it
roommate.
it's her roommate? Yeah. So
I also wanted to.
he's a long-haired hippie.
This doesn't really matter, but it just adds content to the show.
Yeah.
So this is for weed smokers. In the show, here you have the pothead on the couch hitting his joint and holding it in, and you can hear him talking like this.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to do that. Your lungs absorb everything they can absorb when you puff and let it out your lungs as you would just in one inhale. So for anybody that's watching this and you're still doing that, all you are is depriving your brain of oxygen, and that little lightheaded feel you get is not from more THC in your system. It's from the lack of oxygen to your brain. So let it go.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so let it go.
Let it go.
Let it out.
Let it go.
Well, it used to piss my friends off when we were teenagers smoking weed because they're like,
Yeah.
you got to hold it in. You're wasting all that. You're wasting it. And I'm like, nah, dude, I feel the same way I feel regardless. Like, all you're doing is choking yourself out.
Well, let me tell you, Rusty, eating healthy used to be a struggle for me, but that was before I discovered the BlendJet 2 portable blender.
The BlendJet 2.
Now, when fast food temptation strikes, I just blend up a delicious and nutritious protein shaker smoothie. You know, they gave us a whole bunch of those little packages that came with the blender.
Yeah.
And there's some really good flavors in there. I mean, there's some like that matcha thing.
The green matcha?
Yeah, those are pretty damn good. BlendJet 2 is portable, so you can blend up smoothies at work, a protein shake at the gym, or even a margarita on the beach. It's small enough to fit in a cup holder, but powerful enough to blast through ingredients like ice and frozen fruit with ease. Maybe a human thumb. Don't put your thumb in it. BlendJet 2 is whisper quiet, so you can make your morning smoothie without waking up the whole house. Lasts for 15 plus blends and recharges quickly via USB-C, which has saved us all. There's nothing worse than turning that USB thing over and over and over and over, and then finally finding how it plugs in, you know?
Oh, yeah. I don't like that
USB-C
either.
saved us-
Yes.
saved us all.
USB-C saved us all.
Best of all, BlendJet 2 cleans itself. Just blend water with a drop of soap and you're good to go. There's 30 plus colors and patterns to choose from. There's a BlendJet 2 to complement just about any style. We have a pink one? Lavender.
pink one.
I think ours is lavender. Yeah.
Mine is the Toy Story Aliens.
Oh,
And It's
yeah.
like the Pizza Planet one.
Ooh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got some really cool colors, but
Yeah.
I really like the patterns. I know one of the people here got one that looks like Woody the Sheriff.
Is there a code with them?
There is a code. What are you waiting for? Go to blendjet.com and grab yours today.
Glibbity
Glab it
glob.
today.
Glibbity glob.
And when you do glab it, make sure you use the promo code.
BWAAA12.
That's to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. No other portable blender on the market comes close to the quality, power, and innovation of the BlendJet 2. They guarantee you'll love it or your money back. Blend anytime, anywhere with the BlendJet 2 portable blender. Go to blendjet.com and use the code
BWAAA12
to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. Shop today and get the best deal ever.
BlendJet 2, formerly known as BlendJet.
Hey, everyone. It's me, your puzzle-loving pal. Did you know I was a puzzle-loving pal?
I didn't know you were a puzzle-loving pal.
I got to tell you about my latest obsession. It's Wongo puzzles. These things are the real deal. They are high quality, handcrafted, and perfect for anyone who loves a good challenge but doesn't want to dedicate their entire kitchen table to puzzles for a week. Trust me, I have been there. I will tell you this, my parents, they're very old and decrepit, and they do puzzles all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like there's always a table that
What else
has
are you
like an
gonna do,
unfinished
right?
puzzle. Yeah, it's either that or I don't know.
Die.
feel your bones. So these puzzles, these Wongo puzzles, they are 100% wooden. They'll last forever. Each piece is hand drawn. Just think about that for a second. Each piece is hand drawn, so no two pieces are the same, and you'll discover some fun whimsy pieces as you work through it.
Whimsy.
They come in a custom wooden box, which is perfect for storage and gifting. Before we started doing this, I didn't realize how many people I know already have these Wongo puzzles. I mean, they're apparently pretty.
You can't go wherever Juan go.
With stunning designs and unique shapes, Wongo puzzles are a cut above the rest. I loved doing the snow globe puzzle myself. It was great to pull out a puzzle and be done in a night and not have it on the table for a week. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Wongo Puzzles, WONGO puzzles.com, and pick a puzzle today. And be sure to use the promo code
BWAAA
for 10% off your order. It's the most fun you'll have with a puzzle, guaranteed, or your money back. Go to WONGO puzzles.com and use your code
BWAAA
to get 10% off your order and get puzzling right now. Hey, Rusty, did you know that you could be putting oil and chemicals in your coffee?
I didn't know that.
I love coffee creamer, but I don't think I've ever turned a bottle around to actually see what's inside. Recently I did, and I found out many of my favorite creamers, like especially the one my wife used to use, they contain ingredients I would never intentionally add to my coffee cup, like canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, whatever
Sounds
that is,
terrible.
artificial flavors. I can't take artificial flavors a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm
A lot
good
of
on
them
any
just taste-
flavoring.
they taste
I
gross.
don't like flavors in my coffee. I like the earth and flavor of coffee.
I mean, I love coffee. Don't get me wrong. I do love it. I just I don't like all that crap in my coffee, right?
Yeah, no, who does that?
So let me tell you about Laird Superfoods then. They have better ingredients, amazing taste, and functional benefits. Laird Superfood creamers are crafted from the highest quality, all-natural, real food ingredients. All Laird products are sustainably sourced and thoroughly tested to ensure that you're incorporating the cleanest, finest fuel into your routine. Now, they're all natural. They've got whole food ingredients. They contain naturally occurring MCTs from coconut oil. And everybody tells you coconut oil is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no artificial flavors, no colors, no additives, no sugar from highly refined corn syrup. So that's a big deal right there. If you take one thing you do every day and make it better, Laird developed his creamer himself to stay powered for a day on the waves. He was a big wave surfer, Laird Hamilton was, and he needed a morning fuel that could allow him to spend the entire day chasing the ultimate wave. So he made this creamer, and it is it's crazy, crazy good. Laird sources high-quality plant-based ingredients globally and puts an emphasis on U.S. sources whenever possible. They aim to source responsibly and sustainably and believe that the foods you consume should be as good for the earth as they are for you. They have honest and transparent products and labels. If you try it, you won't go back. They have functional superfood creamers, instant lattes, and prebiotic greens. They have a variety of snacks and supplements full of wholesome plant-based ingredients to keep you charged for wherever life takes you. So to get a deal on Laird Superfoods, I need you to go to zen.ai, BWAAA, King of the Hill. So that's zen.ai/BWAAA, King of the Hill. And your offer code there is BWAAA. So Laird Superfoods makes a better creamer that keeps you powered all day, and it's better for you, the earth, and your coffee. What do you say, Rusty? You want to go get some coffee?
Coffee.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah.
Did you know that dehydration is the leading cause of daytime fatigue?
Oh, no.
I don't know about you, but like 2:30, 3 o'clock, I just hit a wall almost every day. I was shocked to learn that even mild dehydration can cause headaches, muscle weakness, brain fog. But luckily, there's a cure.
Oh, there is?
Actually, I should have said there's a solution. It's called Cure. Cure Hydration. The Cure Hydration is an oral rehydration solution, or ORS, that contains the perfect balance of electrolytes. We know how important that is because plants crave it.
Super important.
And glucose to help your body absorb water and rehydrate quickly. The formula is made with all natural ingredients like coconut water, powder, and pink Himalayan salt. Whoopee. And it is free from artificial flavors, sweeteners, and preservatives. Cure Hydration is vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO. That makes it a great option for anyone with dietary restrictions and preferences. The packets that they give you, they're convenient. They're easy to use. You just mix them with water and drink. They're perfect for on-the-go, travel, or anytime you need quick hydration. Hydration is more than just drinking water, Rusty. It is, that's what Lauren Picasso, a lifelong endurance athlete, discovered as she struggled to stay hydrated no matter how much water she drank. I've known people like that. My wife drinks so much water, it's crazy. Lauren found Cure, a science-backed electrolyte drink mix to make hydration easy for everyone. Cure believes that hydration should be simple and effective, but also clean and natural. That's why they only use the highest ingredients and quality plant-based stuff to avoid any artificial or harmful additives. They're committed to transparency and honesty. All of their ingredients are clearly listed on their website and packaging, and they're always happy to answer any questions or concerns. So are you ready to combat dehydration?
Absolutely.
You can try Cure today and feel the difference for yourself. Use your code
BWAAA. Sorry, I blanked.
You're good. For 20% off your order. Try Cure today and feel the difference for yourself. Use our special code
BWAAA
for 20% off your order. Your coupon will be activated at checkout. Try Cure Hydration. Stop drying out. All right, so number 15, we move on to Peggy is not a travel expert.
All right.
Peggy's know-it-all attitude can bite her in the ass sometimes, never more than when the Hill clan visits Japan.
Allow me to help, sister-in-law.
We would have invited you in for farewell tea.
Terusio?
but as
How do you
will
say his
read in
name?
my article, these Japanese hotel rooms
Mason.
are horribly
How do you say his
cramped.
brother's name?
Junichiro.
Surely
Junichiro.
you did not spend entire vacation in sitting room.
Huh?
So they stayed in the tiny ass sitting room in front because Peggy thought that's what all Japanese apartments look like. They're just little tiny boxes. And then say his name for me. For some reason, I have a real problem saying this guy's name.
What guy?
Hank's Japanese brother. Junichiro?
Junichiro.
Say it one more time, Mason. I'm having a tough
Junichiro.
time with it. Say it one more time.
Junichiro.
There we go. Okay.
Junichiro.
I don't know what it is. I have a tough time with that. And then he comes up and opens up the thing, the wall, and there's like this huge apartment in there. So once again, Peggy's an idiot. Number 14, and we'll stop at this one, and then we'll come back to this well. It says, Hank pulls Bobby out of husky modeling. Now, this is one that we have seen. Knowing the mindset of the average middle schooler, Hank overlooks Bobby's pleadful speech about modeling to save him from bullies, trashing the fashion show that he's in.
Please, Gus, I'm first. Do you really think I'm ready for this?
I don't think you're ready. I know you are. Go out there and knock 'em dead, sailor boy.
I love how he's got the sailor hat on and the suit and all that stuff.
Are you going to come quietly, or do I carry you out baby tantrum style?
You can't make me leave, Dad. I'm going on first. I've never been first in anything.
Tell you what, you can be the first to drop out of this show. Come on.
Why are you always trying to turn me into you? Why can't you accept me for who I am?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, we both saw that after-school special, but I'm not an alcoholic and you're not an ice skater, so let's go.
But it's not fair.
Oh, come on, son. I'm just trying to keep you from being embarrassed.
Is that what you're afraid of? Or are you afraid you'll be embarrassed?
Come on, Bobby, let's go.
So many
You two
violins.
sexy
You hear
for
him?
sure, aren't you?
He really thinks
Sorry,
that.
Mr. Stokes. I want to do the show, but my dad won't let me. I guess I'll never get my moment in the spotlight.
Bob.
Poor
Oh,
Bobby.
come on.
He had to walk off and everything. You know, it ends up that Hank is right about this stuff,
Yeah.
but not in the way he thinks he is, right? But this is a very heartwarming thing where they do bond over it. He does end up carrying him out because the thing goes horribly bad because of Dooley and his friends.
Yeah.
But
It was real bad.
I got to tell you, some of the stuff that they include on these things, it just, I forget about the moments until I see them again.
Yeah. No, it's
Just
I don't
so
know.
many jokes.
I like those little articles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I generally, I think those websites honestly generally are just shit. But
A lot of them are just clickbait.
yeah, clickbait stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But us being in King of the Hill, it's really shown me a lot of about, because you got to think the people that are writing these articles are probably like fans of King of the Hill too, in a sense. So I just see it as like fan made homages. Is what all this stuff is. I like it, because what it does, like you said, it takes you to parts of shows. Even though we do our in-depth analysis, even we still miss stuff sometimes. So it's cool to just see the things that you might have missed or the jokes that you might not have.
Here's the
got before.
scariest part of this, though, right?
Yeah.
Now it's gone, but you are sitting here with a Sonic drink cup.
Yes.
After we watched this, a little Sonic ad came up at the bottom of the clip. We haven't even said Sonic.
We haven't
That's
even
the
said
scary
Sonic.
part.
You know
to
what
me.
it is? As your phone pointed at me, I mean,
Oh,
it
I'm
might
sure.
have. I think at some point your
I'm sure
your
they see each
camera
other.
has
Yeah.
seen the Sonic cup and they're giving you Sonic
Or it
ads.
may just be that we're in proximity to each other.
And
the
I've said
phones-
Sonic enough
maybe.
on my phone.
Could be.
I talked about mushrooms so
Oh,
much.
shit, I did eat at Sonic yesterday. Never mind.
I talked about mushrooms so much one time that I just got tons of like therapy mushroom ads.
It happens all the time, man. It's
I'm
quite,
actually
quite scary.
going to be on a new podcast that's I think you guys are starting with Summer.
Which one is that?
The
The Monsters in the Attic?
The Monsters in the Attic.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
She's asked me to be on to talk about
excellent.
microdosing mushrooms.
Yeah, that's excellent. She's
So
done
that's what
she's
we're gonna
done
talk
2
about.
episodes, I believe, so far.
She's
And
always good. Any of the shows
she's
that she
wonderful.
started, I hope that she gets her legs on this one. She gets to walk.
I
all
will
further
tell
with
you
it.
this
She does
one.
really good.
Summer Shine, who is we're talking about, she has been a guest on one of our Friday episodes before. She also
Actually, she was a guest before the Friday episodes ever came a
That's
thing.
true.
She was a guest on
True.
the cigarette smoking episode.
You know, and the funniest tie is that our theme music is done by the Flame Trick subs.
Yep.
She used to be a backup dancer for the Flame Trick subs. I didn't even know that until we got in the room and started talking with each other.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things where
amazing.
you
Kismet.
sit down and it's Kismet. It's kind of like me and the animation podcast and our birthdays being the same day and not even knowing it. Me and the host or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The other host.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Well, it's a great Friday episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to keep going through that cracked list of jokes from King of the Hill. I think it's fun to play the little clips and stuff. And hopefully
Yeah, no, I like
Mike
that.
Judge
I like
doesn't
that.
sue us
Yeah, I hope he
into
doesn't.
into
I
the
don't think he
extreme.
will. He seems like a good guy.
But
he's got so many IPs that are coming out within the next
he's got a lot of new
3
stuff.
years. Not only it's not just new stuff, Mike. We're talking about like 10 maybe new shows within the next 2 or 3 years.
A lot of things.
Starting with the new Beavis and Butthead. I think that was the first launch off of Bandera Entertainment. Was that and Cats, that Exploding Cats.
Also,
have you seen
Exploding
that at all
Kittens?
Yet? Have you seen that at all?
I mean, I've played it before, but
I mean,
it
I
was
played
a card
it
game.
too.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to if it's any, because I mean, it's Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
It's true.
So
It's
it's
true.
got to be something quality. You
know? And Mike Judge, if you're listening, I would not turn down another Silicon Valley episode if you want to make that too. That was a wonderful show.
Yeah, it was good. I can't
Hot dog,
sign
no hot dog.
off. I can't sign off today without mentioning the Mark Zuckerberg Elon Musk cage match. Okay, and you want to know what's even crazier about this?
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
We're gonna get to watch a 50-year-old billionaire get his ass whooped by
millions of dollars.
a 30. Well, they said that the pay-per-view is gonna be like $100 per fight to buy it, and they said it's gonna get billion. They said they Dana White, he has done his fight math. He's got an algorithm formulaic thing that they do everything for pay-per-views. And when they crunch all the numbers over, 200 simulations of this shit, they come up with a number like $1 billion is what they expected to generate.
This is we are truly living in the idiocracy timeline.
That's why I brought it up. That's the only reason why I wanted to talk about it at all, because it reminds me of some shit you'd see on Idiocracy. So we're gonna watch 2 of the richest men in the world. One of them might be the richest. No, he's not anymore. Bezos is. But we're watching 2 of the richest
they
human
go back
beings.
and forth.
Yeah, they do.
They go back and forth.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great television. I don't generally pay for pay-per-view fights.
No, but
I will buy that fight. I will pay $100 to watch 2 billionaires duke it out on TV.
I'll probably figure out a way to watch it on the internet.
I got a link for it. I said I got a website for you.
Yeah.
You can go to .com.
That's right.
/free.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Tell them again where they can find us.
You can find us at BWAAAKOTH.com, or you can find us at RogueMediaNetwork.com. We would love some more emails to read on our Friday shows. We always love the more emails you give us to read, the more emails that we could go through in a day. So
the more emails you give us to read, the more emails we have to read.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as obvious as that might be, you can call me Captain. So
no, I mean,
no, it was very obvious.
Read them on the air. Yeah.
But we'd like to read them, and it's cool to hear from you guys. And so
reach out.
Come get appreciate it. Come reach out to us, and also send in some stickers. Send in some shirts. Send in whatever. Like,
send us some
if
stuff.
you have a clothing company or whatever it is, or some kind of brand or something that you want to represent,
we'll give you a shout out. We'll give you.
I'll give you a shout out. Whatever. Just send me some shirts. Send me a hat. I really like hats. I will wear shirts, but I really like hats.
And we're doing our Mondays with fence behind us, just like in the King of the Hill alley. So if you got a sticker you want us to stick on the fence, send it to us.
Yeah, just anything. So appreciate it.
All right, guys. Muy Matanya, indeed. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.